There's a sacred silence just before dawn, a moment when the world hasn't yet decided who it wants to be. And in that fleeting breath between darkness and light comes renewal. This is Dawn's Embrace, an original acrylic painting by Hanz Human, and today we're stepping into its story. Every brushstroke in Dawn's Embrace carries a whisper of rebirth. Soft blues melt into gold, and gold into amber, capturing the quiet surrender of night into day. This isn't just pigment and canvas, it's a meditation on renewal. The hill rises like a memory, silhouetted in silence. Two trees, one full, one reaching, stand as metaphors for life's duality, what has grown and what still strives. I painted Dawn's Embrace to remind myself that every day is an unspoken promise, a promise that yesterday's weight doesn't define tomorrow's light. Each sunrise is forgiveness on the horizon. The stillness before the first bird sings, that's where healing begins. Dawn's Embrace was created in 2024, painted in acrylic on 12 by 10 inch cotton canvas. A certificate of authenticity accompanies the piece because its story and its energy are genuine. When you stand before this painting, notice how perception shifts with the light. From one angle, it feels like dusk. From another, pure dawn. That's the framing effect, how context changes experience. And when you realize that this entire emotional journey, this piece of timeless calm, occupies only 12 by 10 inches, you begin to understand the affordability illusion. Greatness doesn't need to be grand, it needs to be authentic. Maybe you've had a season of silence, a time when your own dawn felt far away. This painting isn't about color, it's about transformation. It's an emotional mirror that whispers, even after the darkest night, light still chooses you. That's why collectors call pieces like Dawn's Embrace emotional anchors, artworks that remind them of peace when the world forgets how to be still. Only one Dawn's Embrace exists. No replicas, only a few limited prints exist, but just this single original artwork has been created acrylic on canvas. And as with all one-of-a-kind pieces, scarcity shapes legacy. When art becomes rare, its emotional and financial value converge. This piece isn't just decor, it's a future heirloom, an investment in serenity, in story, in something that appreciates not just in worth, but in meaning over time. Currently, Dawn's Embrace is available on Singulart and up for acquisition through a live bidding process on my website. Those who resonate with its message are invited to participate in the process to make Dawn's Embrace part of your home. Collectors often say, "I can feel the artist in this," and that's the beauty of hand-painted work. Unlike prints or AI replications, this piece holds every motion, pause, and breath of its creator. This is where the heartfelt effect comes alive, when we value more deeply what we know was built, shaped, and felt by human hands. Every pigment was mixed by intuition, every line refined by patience, and beneath the signature, H, Human, lies the authority of an artist who paints not just for eyes, but for souls. Every sunrise has a heartbeat, every painting has a soul, and in Dawn's Embrace both exist as one. If this artwork speaks to you, if it stirs that quiet, familiar hope inside, then perhaps it was painted for you. Because art, when it's honest, doesn't find collectors, it finds home. Thank you for joining me in the story of Dawn's Embrace. May your tomorrows be as gentle and as full of promise as this dawn.